is one of the words I use. I'm not sure plasticini is that, but
is underway. Comes in again. That's pushed away beautifully. That's a lovely shot from Max O'Dowd. That's what we didn't see on the first boundary of.
A nice little tempter outside off stump, the away swing a little bit too short, and Max O'Dowd
turned off the legs. It's timed perfectly.
Well, Yadav just too much width on either side, straying onto the pads as he angled it down. And Max O'Dowd will be pretty great.
To the cold. Last ball of the over, dug in. There's the first big shot, and that's lifted long, and that's off to the hockey pitch side. Beautifully done. But he came down the wicket, anticipated that, and that has been thrashed. Michael Levitt not hanging about there.
Well, not content to have all.
7. First spin of the afternoon. That is high. There is a chance. Karan's under it and takes it. First ball impact from the spinner.
Straight away, and it is that man, Karan Casey, of course, who finds himself in the action. Wouldn't he just angling the ball across, and I think he might have just been through his shot a bit early. That ball's sticking in the wicket a little bit. Never any doubt that he was going to get there. They are lightning fast. Raj Banshi can take wickets of everyone.
That's tempting, and that's beautifully swept away off the legs, nearly on the way to a 6. Nicely done. 36
by the umpire.
Opens up there and gets that away beautifully.
Michael Levitt's all-round contributions there. You see him back away. He made that one short and wide with his leg spin. It's got a slip in, Lamachani.
Doesn't need him. Bowled him.
Well, it didn't take him long, Lamachani. Attempted the sweep, misjudged. Aren't they delighted? He came a long way across, left all 3. Here's another look at that wicket. You see he left all stumps exposed.
Minor field adjustment, that's a full toss, that's been clipped away. And he's gone. When it left the bat, it didn't look like it had enough to take it for 6, and therefore...
And
when it left the bat, it didn't look like it was enough.
Well, he went for the sweep. He is their best player of spin. Well. And he has sent... They might need another ball.
And I think somebody's going to have an awful lot of work to do to locate that. So, beautiful shot. Just what they need to try and push that run right. Yadav. That's lofted. And it should be taken on the boundary, and is. And again, just lulled into the...
To Nepal, you just felt that Vikramjit Singh was getting to the pace of this pitch. Played some beautiful shots, but just well positioned in the end. Had the wind assisting him too. Vikram.
Oh, it's in the air, and that'll be easily taken. It's a poor shot, it's a good wicket. And just waiting there for it, Nandan Yadav. The safe pair of hands indeed. And that is another good wicket for Nepal.
Oh, Lamachani, when he starts well, he goes on well, and this has been an outstanding spell from the leg spinner. Noah Crows, he does like to sweep and reverse and get the ball in unusual areas, but in this case, he just got the top edge. can see just didn't quite pick up the length. And that ball skewing off the top edge. They're delighted.
Zach Lancashire comes in. Came in at 3 yesterday, finds himself in at 7 today. Well, he's going to launch there. That's deep, and that's gone.
We lost one earlier. He's ready to party as well.
Well, he goes again, but that's to the boundary. That's going to be caught. Well, the line was brave for the second, didn't have the power. And he's caught up with the catch. But again, just
in the outfield. And, well, he was tempted to go once more after the last one, but didn't get nearly as much. My goodness, put the revs on.
Again, coming down the ground, and that will go all the way. So if we can't lofts that up, that is gone. Everybody turns to watch it land. That was an absolute no-doubter.
Well, this is incredible clean. Has just taken the bull by the horns, or the rhinos by the horns, shall we say, since he's come in. A lot of bowlers used.
It's in the air, and it's backed off the catch. Not just over the ropes, the 6 is there. Oh, bowled him. Absolutely beautiful ball. Well, he might start. And Nandan Yadav takes his second wicket.
Just have a look here. That was absolutely perfect. Tried to back. That is the ultimate toe crusher of Thilfika.
And he comes thrashed away. They'll come back. They'll try for the second. No, they won't. He's been sent back. And the innings will close. The opening ball of the innings. Kyle Klein.
There's a big shout. He's got him. Wow, we expected him to use him.
Old Fletcher. And his teammates mob him, and rightly so. Absolute delight for Lokesh Bam, who has that long walk back to the Klein. That's lifted, that's in the air, it should be taken, it is. Michael Levitt just waited for that.
A little bit. Just didn't quite time it. Hit him quite high on the bat. Threw that shot a little bit earlier, so made a pair of hands. So.
Klein. Smacked away. Oh, that's beautifully done, opens it up, and the boundary is found.
As they've got their 4 signs ready to go, and Klein goes for the outswinger, but it just sits up nicely.
Oh, he's opened up again, he's caught hold of that one, and that is all the way for 6. Beautiful shot.
Skipper, he knows what the assignment is. As Rohit Bodal just picked it up, but was in the slot there to be put away. And he obliged. And
I think he'll take a little bit more off this one, but he bounces it in, and that's going to go all the way to the boundary.
Position, flick off the hip in the end. No, just
Used to 3 wides or 4 wides and an over. That's guided away beautifully. That's lovely shots.
Yeah, this has just become a bit of a nightmare second over for the debutant. They just lose their line. He went wide of off stump again, but it was just too short.
Well, some
of this one now.
And he comes, that's high, but it's safe as well. He'll take a bounce or 2 before finding the boundary. The over Horribilis.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Tough one for the bowler here. He went short. It's just not quite got the pace on it. But where he lost his radar.
Lancashire, that sat up nicely. There was never any danger that was going to be caught, and that's going to race all the way to the boundary. Ben Fletcher. And no
That ball. Yeah, was well placed in the end. Martin.
It's in there, it's a chance. And Max O'Dowd will take it. Catch. It's a fairly simple one at mid-on. And Daniel Durham.
Terrific work. Max O'Dowd has been so frustrated fielding in front of us, wanting to get in on the action. He gets his chance on his knees underneath it as well. So they really... Wickets.
Has he got him? He has. Well, you can see the frustration from Eddie, but he just got a nick, and it's been taken behind the stumps.
Parts.
It's in the air, but it's way safe. Forward. Beautifully done. This is getting...
Straight away.
He's gone. Pulled him. Didn't connect. The wickets are burst, and that's another terrific...
Standing. It seems so innocuous, but he does get the revs on it, and that ball skips through. Help.
He comes again. Again. Slashed away. Crows won't be able to get there. He's patrolling that side all on his own. And after almost 60 balls
as well. Flayed away at that one. Again, he was given width. Outside. Keep it a bit tighter.
Bounced in. Absolutely hammered. Called for, if you're Nepalese, a 6. Thrashed away through the...
Fortunately for Fletcher, this was the wrong side. There's angling. The ball came angling in.
And then again, they've gone for it. That's lofted. And that's in the schoolyard. Ali beautifully hits. Kirkcaldy Road End here at Titwood in Glasgow. That is launched up. It's high. It's close to the rope. It's gone. I was looking up into, just shrugged his shoulders.
And Singh with his medium pace, I mean, that was just too full, over-pitched. He got up underneath that one.
Chasing 153. That's in the air, that's catchable. And he's gone. Well,
the previous one had gone for 6. He was going again, but he's just top-edged. That one just real.
On 40, top scored for the innings. Thrashes that up in there. He's found a gap. It's going to bounce its way to 4.
Ordinary shot. He had to read that one. Somehow managed to get. It is not over. Extraordinary. He helicoptered it in the end. That is an incredible stroke.
Extra cover just in between those positions. He might be busy. That one's thrashed up in the air as well. And finds its way.
Hey, lucky I bought my...
Of the over. It's dug up high in there. O'Dowd looking for it, trying to come across, but there's man Davis Cross, and he gets the catch. That is a brilliant wicket.
Ends up with 2 wickets, but the big one, a Rohit Podal, he had to go. In the end, that is brilliant work by
Klein doesn't want to give him anything good to hit. It's in the air, and that's going to come for 4. Noran can't get there. Well, they
got 3 runs. They'll keep doing this. He just flashed hard. Got enough on it.
Klein on the... And they're only going to get 1. They're going to try for a second. From Klein. Bowles, the attempted yorker. It's in the air. It's not been held, but it's been knocked down. And this is going to set up the finale. The ball. Klein in delivers. The shot is low along the ground. And he has found the boundary. Nepal move themselves onto 115.
An incredible chase. Down on one knee. Flashes through the drive. Nothing Crows could do about it. Celebrating now. They'll be celebrating. What pressure. One thing to been outstanding. Only gave up 1 boundary.
Well, they're going to try and come for 2. but they realised that Crows closed that.
Between the wickets. In the
That was
end.
a chance.
Oh,
All the way to the boundary. Vikram Singh.
no.
It was a good stroke. How close was he?
I don't think he got a fingertip to it. Just out of reach.
We have a long leg going in. It's in the air. That's blasted away. That is a terrific shot.
Bertel getting in on the action now. Taking to the spinner. Big stride forward. And that was in his arc. And a man.
Michel Bertel, who opened the batting. That's high in there. O'Dowd looking for it. He's setting himself just inside the rope, but can't get there.
A super over. Got so much height on it. Thought it might have been a chance for O'Dowd that he got.
Final ball in there. That is to O'Dowd. It's straight down. He's not had to move, and he takes the catch. And Casey runs in. That is absolutely hammered for 6. And that goes right.
Start this super over. And sat up. And he put plenty of muscle behind that.
6 from the first. What from the second? Well, there was thinking about the bowler in. Oh, that was high. The run is through. He'll be run out at the other end. Eventually.
The hesitation, the lack of communication, but in the end, Karen Casey just possible.
And it comes. It's absolutely melted. That is heading for.
And he looks cool as a cucumber. It was a gift. It was a full toss.
And it's Nepal's day. There's the strike. The ball is heading to the boundary. Is he going to get there? It does. It crosses the road over. The Netherlands have just done the same. Cricket, gotta love it. Watching it live. First ball. Absolutely hammered. It's in the air, and that's not coming back in a hurry. That is a terrific strike. It's 6.
Well, that's why the
Shot Brown goes for it. That's not coming back in a hurry either. That is 6. Way over the boundary ropes. And it has been a terrific start. Final ball. And it comes. That's swept away. It's high. There's a man on the boundary. He takes it.
It's the Tiger, Devendra Singh Irie. He's been in the action all the way.
The Dutch. It's in there. It's absolutely hammered. And the crowd on the far side love the opening 6.
Boy, just take another look at this. Down on one knee. He just flat bats that.
Klein, plenty of pace, digs that in. It's deep, it's over. And that's going to be 4. And that is exactly where Vikram Singh was. And
got enough on it. I think we saw an almost identical one in the pre.
Klein comes round the wicket. It's high in the air. And it is absolutely taken down the ground. Somehow they've done it again.
Oh!
Lancashire. That is driven. It's high in the air. That's catchable. And it is caught. That is a brilliant start for a duck. Before they went with a man in better form. Ball 4. Super over number 3. Has he got him? He has. He's gone. Got a tickle. Taken by Edwards. And the Manny in. Bowls. Full toss. That is up. It is a 6 to win. And the Netherlands on the first ball.